Hello, everyone. Welcome to Durrett's Take. It's that time of the week where I go over my NFL predictions for this week, Wild Card Edition. So let's get started with this first start I gave between the Chargers, who are 3-point favorites, and the Texans. Chargers coach Jim Harbaugh has done a great job getting his team to the playoffs in year one of his tenure with not a lot of roster changes. I think they have a good shot to get a win. Yes, there are concerns for the Chargers. Houston's defense is no joke, and if it comes to a situation to where Houston stops the Chargers running game, then there's no big time weapon for Justin Herbert to throw the ball to. For Houston, I'm just not sure what type of team I'm getting for them because it literally changes from week to week. Houston will have a similar game plan in Los Angeles where they will want to run the ball a lot since Joe Mixon has had a fantastic year. The big question is, can quarterback C.J. Stroud carry Houston if that's what the game requires? I'm not sure if he can, so I'll take the Chargers to get the win here. I'm winning 20-13. Um, Next, you got the Steelers versus the Ravens, who are 9.5-point favorites. Saturday night game on Amazon Prime. Out of all the playoff teams, Pittsburgh is coming in with the worst momentum. I don't trust teams who are come limping into the postseason. Yes, quarterback Lamar Jackson has had a lot of good playoff games in his career, and yes, he historically struggles against the Steelers. And Pro Bowler Zay Flowers is also not great. I get that. However, Pittsburgh has not done anything in the playoffs in a very long time, and again, I don't like their momentum right now, so I'll take the Ravens to win this game after winning 20-12. On Sunday, you got the Broncos versus the Bills, who are 8.5-point favorites. Congrats to Denver for finally making the playoffs. And the big question is, can they beat the odds and just remain competitive in this game, not get blown out? I think they can. Denver's offense has been on a roll over the second half of the season. Denver also has a top 5 defense, which defense can travel on the road. Also, as a coach, I would take Sean Payton over Doug McDermott in a playoff game. However, the difference in this game will be the MVP favorite quarterback Josh Allen. I feel he will make the big plays necessary to pull out win. Plus, the big stat is rookie quarterbacks on the road in the playoffs struggle to win games. It's very rare when that happens. So I'll take Buffalo to advance. I'm winning 28-17. Next, you got the Packers versus the Eagles, for 4.5-point favorites. These two teams played back in Brazil in week one, and it came down to the wire with Philly getting the win. I can see that happening again. Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts is clear from concussion protocol. Packers quarterback Jordan Love is questionable play with an elbow injury, although since the playoff game also he plays. The Packers have the talent to not only upset the Eagles, but to go on a deep playoff run. However, Green Bay's best receiver in Christian Watson and their best corner, Jair Alexander, are out. So to not have an explosive weapon on offense to break the game open and to not have a lockdown corner to go against the Eagles receivers, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. That is tough to overcome. Expect the game to come down to the running backs for both teams, as good as Josh Jacobs has been for the Packers this year. Saquon Barkley is the top 3 MVP candidate, in my opinion, and I think he will lead them to victory after winning 28-22. Next, you got the Commanders versus the Buccaneers, or 3-point favorites on Sunday Night Football. This game on Sunday Night Football will be a good one, unlike when these two teams played back in week one of the season. I expect this game to be a shootout. The Commanders have the potential to get the upset. Tampa Bay plays to the level of their competition. They can beat Detroit on the road and spank Philadelphia home, but then they can lose to a Dallas team with nothing to play for and survive against New Orleans last week just to secure their playoff spot. I think Washington's quarterback will be that guy, and E.J. Daniels will be that guy in the future. I would like to have him in a huge playoff game and make huge playoff runs. But as I mentioned earlier, it's tough for rookie quarterbacks to win on the road in the playoffs, so I would take Tampa to get the win here. They're winning 31-27. Then for Monday Night Football, you got the Vikings, who are 1-point favorites, versus the Rams. This is a classic matchup of the student versus the teacher. O'Connell won a Super Bowl as the offensive coordinator for Sean McVay in 2021. Will O'Connell outduel the master, or will McVay get the win like he did back in October when these two teams faced off? As far as the roster goes, I like Minnesota's roster better. They have a lot of playmakers on defense, and the offense has a lot of weapons. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Aaron Jones, so forth. The only 3 question marks for the Vikings are, will their offensive line play better and not get destroyed like they did against Detroit last week? Second, will a rookie kicker coming off an injury remain inconsistent like he has been in the last few games? And then the last question is, how will quarterback Sam Darnold fare in his first playoff game, the biggest game of his career? Fans saw in the big game last week he didn't live up to the moment. That's a concern. For the Rams, they have a few concerns as well. For starters, their defense is very inconsistent. Then the other thing is the Rams have been getting off to very slow starts this year, very bad first quarters. If they get off to a slow start in this game, that's going to be very tough to overcome. So, and then in a tough game like this where it can go either way, I'm going to rely on the experienced head coach quarterback combo with McVay and Stafford to get the job done. So I have Rams winning 23-17. So thank you very much for listening to my podcast today. Please score my job done about me. As a reminder, the other semifinal game for college football is tonight, and the championship game will be on not this coming Monday, but next Monday. So make sure to watch out for that and stay tuned with NBA and college basketball as well as we get into the prime winter months of those sports. Thank you very much. You all have a wonderful day.